Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mahadi English School. This video is for students of class 2 subject science. Today's thought: it is so hard when I have to and so easy when I want to. Written by Annie Gottlieb. So this is very impressive thought. Do you know what is the meaning of this thought? It means that when you really want to do something wholeheartedly, when you are interested in doing something and you do it willingly, when you like it, then it is very easy for you. And if you don't like that thing, you are doing it forcefully just because your parents are telling you, your elders are telling you, or your teachers are telling you, then it becomes very difficult for you. Means, what I want to say is, you have to take interest in each and everything, and then you have to do it, and then see how easy it is for you. Just like all the subjects that you have, math, science, English, Gujarati, you should take interest in all the subjects equally, and then you will feel that it is very easy and you can easily get good marks. The good manners that I want all of you to follow: be a friend with everyone, help others when they need, be a good listener. Whenever your elders are giving some instructions or your teachers, listen to them attentively, means carefully. When you are sitting in a group or in your classroom, you should raise your hand before speaking. Be kind even to animals because they are also living beings. They also need love and care. Use these words, please and thank you. Every day use these words as many times as possible. These are very kind words. Take turns. When you are playing or when you are doing anything, give chances to others also. In our today's video, we shall continue with chapter number 13, Light and Shadow, that we have been studying for the last 4 lectures. So in today's video, we will continue with the explanation of the chapter. We will read, we will understand further, and we are also going to solve some very interesting worksheets. So let us continue with reading and explanation of light and shadow. So before we start, as per the instructions, I hope all of you are sitting with a rough book open, pencil in your hand and eraser by your side. Light and shadow, explanation of how long is a shadow. This is what we are learning today. How long is a shadow? How much is the size? How long it is? Right? So let's read. How long is a shadow? Go out in the sun in the morning. When sun rises in the morning, you can just go out in the sun. Around 8 o'clock, you can go out. Look at your shadow. See, this is sun, and you are standing here in the veranda of your house or on the road somewhere on the side of the road, not in the middle. Then what will you see? See, this is your shadow, isn't it? You are standing here, the sun is above your head, and this is your shadow. When is it? It is in the morning, as I said, around 8 o'clock or around 9 o'clock. You can see this kind of shadow will fall. You can see it when the sun is above your head. Try to do this. When you watch the video, tomorrow morning you can watch the shadow. Go outside and watch it. Go out in the sun at noon, means after 12 o'clock. You can go out in the sun, suppose at 2 o'clock afternoon. When will you go out now? First I had said that go out in the morning. You will see the shadow in front of you like this. Then you go out at noon, means around 2 o'clock afternoon. Go out and stand out for 2 minutes. Look at your shadow. See, your shadow will be like this, just under you, right? Just try it, just check it. And what you can do, take a photo with your phone. Take the phone with your parents' permission and take one photo and send me. First go out at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning and take the picture of your shadow, take a photo, it will be like this. And the next day or the same day, afternoon time means after 12 o'clock, it can be 1 o'clock or it can be 2 o'clock, go out and again look at your shadow. Again take the picture, see the shadow will come here. And the sun is exactly above your head, see exactly above, isn't it? Yes. Then the third case is go out in the evening. Evening means around 5 o'clock. After 4 o'clock is evening. So just at 5 o'clock go out and again take the picture of your shadow. Take the third photograph with your mobile phone. See the sun is not exactly above your head, it has gone backside. Again the shadow has come here. Isn't it? So three things you have to do. First you go out in the morning around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Take a picture of your shadow. Then second photo you take in the afternoon. See the shadow will come over here. The sun is exactly above your head. And the third is in the evening at around 5 o'clock. Then see, look at your shadow will come back over here again. So this is the difference. First in the morning, then in the noon, and then in the evening. You will see that the shadow will keep on changing the place. Are your shadows of equal length all the time? No, the shadows have different lengths at different times of the day. The length of the shadow, see, in the morning, the shadow's size is very big, isn't it? Then see the size of the shadow has become smaller. In the third image, again the shadow size has become bigger. So here the same question is asked. Is the size of the shadow, is the length of the shadow equal all the three times? No, of course not. We saw that the shadow keeps on changing the length. Depends on the time when you are going out. So here is the answer, no. The shadows have different lengths at different times of the day. The shadows have different lengths. Shadows change in length. We just saw how the length of the shadow changes. So they keep on changing the length, means the size keeps on changing and changing. Shadow of an object in the sun changes in length at different types of the day. The different timings of the day, the shadow will keep on changing the length. So as we saw, in the morning when you go out and you check your shadow, the length of your shadow will be different. Then you go out in the noon, again the length will be short. Then you go out in the evening, again the length will be longer. So different timings of the day. Along with that, the size of the shadow keeps on changing. You can do an experiment tomorrow in the morning. First of all, go out at 9 o'clock or around 8 o'clock, then go out at around 2 o'clock, and then finally go out at 5 o'clock. Then you see the size of the shadow will change. Shadows in the morning and in the evening are long, while shadows at noon are the shortest. Just as I said, we saw the three images. This is morning image and this is evening image. So in the morning and in the evening, what happens? The size of the shadow is longer. See the circle which I have done. See the size of the shadow over here and then over here. So in the morning and in the evening, the size of the shadows are longer, as it is written over here. It is long. But what about noon? Afternoon time from 12 o'clock till 4 o'clock. In between that time, when you go, the size of the shadow will be the shortest. See, just like this one, how short it is, right? So this is very short because it is afternoon time and the sun is exactly above your head. So this is the difference. In the morning and in the evening, the shadows are long, while at the noon time, the shadows are the shortest. What do we get light from? How do we get light? From where? See the two images. This one is very blur, right? It is not very bright image. You think that this image is very very dull? Yes. And the same image is given over here, but it is very very bright. It is very lively, very colorful it seems, but this is very very dull. So do you think this is the problem of camera? Right, sometimes you take the picture from the phone at night and without flashlight if you take, it will be dark, the photo will not be clear. But when you switch on the light of the room, you switch on the flashlight, then the photo will be clear. So what is it? It is because of the light. Sometimes we use the light, the tube light, or we use the flashlight of the phone. So from where do we get light, or how do we get light? That is the question. What do we get light from? Here is the answer. See the two images. The first one, tube light is switched off, and here the tube light is switched on. We turn off the switches at night before going to sleep, right? At night before we sleep, we switch off the lights in the room, and when we get up or in the evening after 6 o'clock or after 7 o'clock, we switch on the light, so the room looks very bright. When the lights are switched off, the room looks very dull, but when the lights are switched on, the room looks very very bright. That is the difference which light makes in the appearance of the things. Then see what's given below. Why can't we see anything clearly inside the first room? See, this is the first room image which I have circled. Can you see anything clearly in it? Is it clear? No, it's not clear. It is very very unclear. Why? It is because the light is not switched on. Because here it is written the light is switched off. So we cannot see the first image, the room, very clearly. See, I will zoom it for you. Tube light is switched off, right? Can you see this clearly? Can you? No, we cannot. But same way, if I zoom the second image, the tube light is switched on. How clear it is? Very very clear. You compare with the first image. The first image is unclear. So that is what is given over here. In the first image, the light is switched off, and in the second image, the light is switched on. So when the tube light is switched on, we can see inside the room. Things that give us light are called sources of light. So in the room, the tube light is a source of light. See, this is the tube light which we all have in our homes, don't we? Yes, we have tube lights. We all have tube lights because after evening we need tube lights. So that is called the sources of light. Sources of light means what? Which things give us light are called the sources of light. This tube light is the source of light because it gives us light. See, when the tube light is switched on, you can see the things clearly when it is switched on. But when it is switched off, you cannot see the things clearly. So here, see, here is the tube light. It is on. That is called the source of light. In this room, how do we get light at night? The sun does not come at night, but the tube light gives us light. So that is called the source of the light. And here the tube light in the room is called the source of the light. Source means from where do we get light? From where do we get light? That is called the source of light. It can be tube light, it can be bulb, it can be lamp, anything that gives light. Now, as I just said, there are many other sources of light, not just tube light, but there are many other sources from where we get light. So, a candle, a flashlight, lamps of a car, street lights, stars in the sky, and a bonfire all are the sources of light. So, all these are the sources of light. We get light from all these places. See, let us zoom it and see all the things closely. FLASHLIGHT, flashlight. Right? We use flashlight, we have flashlights in the phone also. Then, headlights of a car. Yes, we see the people who run the car at night. For the night journey, we have to switch on the headlights, which is there. The switch is there near the steering of the car. So, when the headlights are on, we can see the road clearly and we can avoid any of the bump or accidents. Right? So, headlights are very important. They also give us light. Then, see over here, number 3, burning candle. If we don't have flashlight, we can burn the candle, and the candle will provide the minimum of the light which is required, and it will just remove the darkness. It will give you the little light in which you can see. Then see over here, stars. The stars at night in the sky, they also have their own light. Even they give us light. Then we have street lights, right? Street light is there and it is on. After the evening till the morning, the street lights are on. They are on for at least 8 to 10 hours. In the evening, after 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, the government will switch on the street lights in all the streets so that the vehicles which are moving on the road, they do not face any difficulty. The street light gives the light on the road. Then we have bonfire, especially when the winter season is there. People sit in front of the bonfire. What is the spelling? BONFIRE, bonfire. They burn some pieces of the wood and they sit in front of the bonfire to get the warmth from the fire, because it gives us warmth in winter season. So all these are called what? All these are called sources of light. We get light from all these things. How many did we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So can you remember at least 3 of them? It can be asked in question answers also, in give 2 examples also it can be asked. So you can write at least any 2 names like flashlight, bonfire, stars. These are very easy words. So learn them right now. The sun is the most powerful source of light. Did you know that? The sun. How do we get the light during the daytime? How can we move on the road? Because of the sun. The sun gives the light to the whole world. It is the most powerful source of light. See, this is very important, students. The most powerful. Which is the most powerful source of light? It can be asked. So answer is the sun. Let us write over here in the middle of the sun that the sun is the most powerful source of light. The earth would have been totally dark without the light from the sun, isn't it? If we get up in the morning and if there is no sun, then it will be like night. 24 hours it will be night, it will be dark outside. If the sun does not come up in the morning, what will happen? The whole world will go dark without the light. So this is our natural tube light, it is our natural flashlight, it is the natural street light, means it is God gift. sun is the most powerful source of light. At a time, the sun gives the light to so many countries in the world. So many countries it gives the light at a time. So it is the most powerful source of light. Remember, this is the most important line in the lesson. Now, write man-made or natural under each light source. So different sources of lights are given, some images are given. What do we have to write? We have to write whether they are man-made or whether they are natural. You have to identify the image. You will be getting 3 seconds for each, and you have to tell me whether it is natural or it is man-made. Right? So see, the first 3 images I have zoomed so that you can write it in your rough book. This is number 1. Is it natural or is it man-made? What is it? Is it natural or man-made? So the first one is natural. This insect gives us light naturally. So natural, natural. The first one is the natural source of light. Number 2, see this kind of torch, the flashlight or the torch, that is man-made. It is not natural, so there we write MAN, then we put a dash, MADE, man-made. Then see the fire. Is it natural or is it man-made? The fire is natural. Humans have not made it. It is natural source of light. So there we write natural. Let us scroll and see the next 3. See, these are the next 3. The stars. Are they natural or man-made? They are natural. So there what do we write? NATURAL. Natural. They are naturally found in the sky at night. Then see the bulb. Have we made it or is it natural? It is man-made. So the bulb is also the source of light. It gives the light at night. So that is man-made. We have made it for our convenience. The rainbow, so many colors. We can see only the 7, but there are so many colors. Is it natural or it is man-made? You have to think. It is natural. Especially when there is monsoon season, you see the rainfall, we see the rainbow in the sky sometimes. It is natural. Now let us check the next 3 images. See over here it is given. The crackers. We burn the crackers. The crackers are burst. We burst them. When do we do it? In Diwali. So is it natural or man-made? Of course it is man-made. We make crackers, then we burn the crackers during the festival or also during the marriages. Then see the next. Is it natural or man-made? The mirror that you can see, the light will fall on it, the light will reflect out, but that is man-made. We have made the mirrors. It is for our convenience that we have made the mirror. And again the projector light. You know, we have projector in our school also. With the use of the projector we can see the image on the big screen. Is it man-made or natural? The projector is also man-made. So here we saw 9 images. How many? The 9 images that we saw for natural or man-made. After that, the next activity that we have, write the name of the picture given in the correct box. You have to write the name of the picture which is given over here. See, this is the light source, not a light source. So that we have to write which is the source of the light and which is not the source of the light. From this images, which is the source of the light? Let us write. See the first one, it is the source of light. What is it? Sun. So let us write SUN. Sun is the source of light. Then do you see any other? Where do we get light from? Yes, torch. That is also the source of light. So we write TORCH. torch is also the source of light. So we have written sun, we have written torch. Then this one, what is this? We just saw bonfire, that is also a source of light. BONFIRE, bonfire. So we wrote that also. Is there anything else which gives us light? Yes, it is over here. See, the candle. Candle is also the source of light. So let us write candle. 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 That are the sources of light. Then are there anything else which are not the sources of light? Is there anything else which is the source of the light? Scissor is not the source of light. Pencil and spectacles, flowers, these are not the sources of light. So that all things we will not write over here, that will come over here. Scissors, pencil, spectacles, flower, that are not the sources of light. But we are learning these four. Remember, sun, torch, bonfire and candle, all these are the sources of light. So what did we learn today? We learned about light and shadow. We also learned how long is the shadow, the length of the shadow. See, in the morning you have to do this and you have to take the picture. I hope you will send me and I will check, did you measure the length of the shadow or not in the morning, then in the noon and in the evening. You will see that the shadows have different length. In the morning and in the evening it is longer. In the noon it is very short. So do this at home. Send me the picture. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.